of this great continent. I am Alphonse Neo, and I'm not just coming here to pitch and practice a certain arts, a song, a video, which is coming to entertain you or making you feel happy in any way or any manner. I'm coming here to just make you wake or to awaken you so that we may be alert and stand upright to fight what is against us today but seems to help and support our life progress. I know you all ever heard about the sanctions of the European Union over our country. They are busy talking behind the back of our country of ours. I mean Rwanda. Let me just tell you and make you aware about the fact and reality to lay out and drain the sanctions over our country. This country have died. We all knows about it. Not only we as Africans, but also worldwide knows the fact that our country, Rwanda, have died and today have resurrected. Let me just come back in the history, but without making you tiresome and very laborious and lustrous of our discussion or event of this day. Let me just start from our history of 1994, genocide against Tutsi. Our country has died. After the resurrection, the government of national unit were facing and challenging or being challenged by the impact of the genocide against Tutsi, where the criminals and the crime were the thousands and the thousands in the country. What was amazing in the eyes of the Western countries and the worldwide was the way that the problem and the issues of the genocide against Tutsi in the country were have addressed. What was not usual in their eyes, it was the way that our country's government in that time have brought about the Gacaca court to address the problem and give the rein to the progress of the life of this country. In the few days after the death or the genocide against Tutsi, there were the thousands of the criminal judges which would have to be conducted in the period of the short time which was not imaginable by everybody, where the people who were considering themselves to be good or expert in the criminal justice were telling us that the judge of the courts we were having in that time will take a millennia or the thousands of years to solve the problem we are facing. That with the knowledge and expertise of the government of the national unit was able to be solved and making them surprised and feeling somehow not agreed the way the things were solved. That was the first and beginning to make them that the government of national unit will bring about unusual things in our country. Even today, they are now being amazed and surprised the way of working of our government. That's why they are taking it to be the one to cause the insecurity in the Eastern DRC and elsewhere in the party of the Africa, but not the fact. That's why I come here this morning to tell you the fact about that. Our country to be the umbrella, to accused being the umbrella of the problem the Eastern DRC, it is not, it is weak. Should not make us feel ashamed, because to accuse us being the one to cause that problem, it's not we are weak. It's because they see there's no other body they can accuse that. But that's not the fact. The fact is they were there for 26 years to solve the problem of insecurity, but because they're the one to cause their problem, they should find another body to be the root cause, to be the cover of their mistake in the Eastern DRC. That is not only the day's event I am bringing you today. But the second thing is, war is all about the influence of and the interest and the arms of the Western countries in Eastern DRC and Africa as whole, which makes them to never give up for our continent. Our continent is the wealthy one. It should be the great and the brighter one, according to its worthy, that we step up over day and night, but it didn't. Because the Western countries, the white people, who we consider to be the great, to be our lovely people and the one who take care of our life for a long time, they have tried their best to make us never know that we are able and we are the one to look superior in this world, because they know everything about the wealthy under our feet and the way they would export it to make them great and the one to be praised by us and the other countries in Asia. But that should not continue to be the reason to step very, very slowly to keep praying them, because they look massive, they look helpful for us, but not. It's an open answer, dear youth of this continent. I want you to be awake. I want you to stop looking these people with the white color to be the angel, to be the lovers of this country, to be the great supporters. It is in the context of encouraging you to avoid from today over-reliance of our continent to the Western country, to the Western influence. They always comes laughing. They always comes in the shape of coming to advise us of what to do, especially in military ways, especially in the life, in every aspect of life, especially in the life sector, especially in the political sector. It's not they are just coming to make us sharp us, to make us well equipped to challenge them, because they are the one who makes us step behind. Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to stop the ball from rolling, let me tell you why. Now, to stop the ball from rolling, to sum up conclusively, I would like to invite every youth, Rwandan, Ugandan, every African youth. Let me tell you one thing. Maybe more of you don't know what is happening in our continent today. The head of state of our country today are being targeted by the Western countries because they are very tiresome. They are feeling very, very tired with the European influence over their life. They are being tired of it. But do you know what they need? It's not just to let them fight as their old man, old people who just feel somehow old enough even to get the time to release or find another thing to live, instead of fighting with these people who are great and strong in different manners, especially technology, internet, and the ways that they are not able to fight with them. Now it is our turn as youth to fight with the Western people, Western influence, because we know everything and how it is being done. It's okay, our father and granddad especially heads of state, especially head of politics in our countries and in our continent, they are the one to help us and to show us the way that we can progress it. But it's okay when we start today to fight them, because this issue will not be addressed from the top, but it's a need to be solved from its roots to stem and to its top layer, not from our old people, not from our head of state. Because they are fighting them, they are influencing them and talking behind their back to make them resign. Now, it's our turn as youth. Let me tell you a story. When one person plants a tree, and in the time to come it grows, okay? As it grows, he will need to water that plant. But at the same time, he will face some challenges, which will make him or her to be not able to come and water that plant. When it will not be watered, it will dry out and he will never achieve what we were expecting to harvest in the next period of time. It's okay. Let our granddad and our head of a state, especially President Kagame, President Ibrahim Traore, President Mamadou Doumbouya and other in our continent. Grow the plant, grow the tree, and when they want to come and water that tree until it achieve their anticipation and expectation to free our country from the new colonial way of today that seem to help us, seem to make us free. Let me ask you one question. Do you see these people who comes and cut the trees in our continent and load it in the airplanes without having any processing over it and take it in their continent and their countries, especially Western and America? And it's okay. After that, we just get a visa and fight for the green card to go there and work in their factories, and they pay us the money of which we would have worked in our country and the continent to develop our continent. Through that money, they tell us that they are giving us when we are in their countries. Now, let me stop the ball from rolling here, but I want you to awaken. We should raise our hands toward our head of state to make them back and stop fighting and winning our content, because it is the willful one. We are the powerful, we are the miracle and the blessed one, because our God made us to be, but we are blinded to see. We are deaf to listen. Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear brothers and sisters of this country, wake up. Let's fight them back.